Space next year.
Is Australia increasingly becoming overeducated and yet underemployed? A new study shows that Gen Y is opting to keep studying rather than entering the depressing roundabout of rejection that is the jobs market. But is further study doing more harm than good? Laura Murphy-Oates has more.
Pizza delivery guys with 3 degrees, Uber drivers with 4. This is the reality we now live in, according to the latest studies. The Future Leaders Index report surveyed over 5,000 young Aussies about study and work. They found 67% of Gen Y are stressed about landing a job, and over half felt that job prospects in their field aren't strong. And 1 in 2 18 to 29-year-olds are considering more study. Yes, people are going back to the books, despite the fact graduates are facing the worst job prospects in 25 years.
Young people do find it difficult to get the right job. And it isn't that they're not qualified to get work, it's that a lot of work is now irregular, part-time, short-term contracts, and that's not what they're looking for.
According to the latest figures from Graduate Careers Australia, almost 30% of uni graduates are still looking for full-time employment 4 months after graduating, compared to 25% just 7 years ago. So are we churning out highly educated waitresses, bartenders and pizza delivery guys with massive debt? Apparently, yes.
It's never cost so much as it does now to get a good education. Fees keep going up, and other costs for young people, so there's a financial imperative to get good work.
24-year-old Heidi Fitz has spent about $60,000 on her education so far.
So I did a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies and Bachelor of Law at UTS, and I graduated at the end of June. I've been looking for a full-time job since then.
Her lack of a job is definitely not for lack of trying.
Most recently I travelled to Darwin and did a 6-week internship. I shadowed a barrister for a few days a week. I've also been working between 2 different other criminal law firms and travelled down to Campbelltown to do some of that work.
In the meantime, Heidi's been living at friends' houses to afford the Sydney rent.
And I'm considering getting a job at the bakery around the corner, just to sort of help pay for rent.
But is it our insatiable thirst for donning the cap and gown to blame? According to the ABS, 26% of 18 to 34-year-olds had a bachelor's degree or higher in 2011, compared with only 5% in 1976. But the experts say this is actually a good thing.
The message has always been, well, if you get a good education, you'll get a good job. And that is true. Overall, people with higher levels of educational qualification do get the best jobs and the most rewarding jobs overall, but it is not that easy.
We thought we would ask our numbers/jobs guy here at SBS why Gen Y can't get a job.
Listen, I reckon you need to get off Tinder, pull out your man bun, trim your hippie beards and stop, expecting to enjoy an overseas holiday all the time. And while you're at it, photocopy those for me.
Oh, but
yeah,
me.
10 pages each. Now.
Yeah, sure.
And a skin piccolo.
Ageism aside, it is a tough job climate, but the experts say we may just need a bit of faith and creativity.
I wouldn't advise people to give up their ambitions to do work that they're qualified for, but sometimes it's about looking at that from a slightly different angle. So people who do an education degree or law degree or have a basis in science may find that they are wanting to use that degree to, for example, be a journalist.
There you go, there's always a job as a journalist. Not my job though, that's definitely taken.
Laura Murphy-Oates there, definitely still a journalist. Still to come here on the feed, drinking champagne is good for your brain, according to scientists. Gloriously drunk scientists. Also, we have this bloke.
Arrested for jokes. That's